Hey, what's up, everybody? It's TJ with Strategic Real Estate Experts and the new standard. And today we're going to talk about how do I know how long I'm going to live in my new house? Or what you should be thinking about is how long do you plan to live in your new house? This is super, super important. It's one of the things that we talk about, and I probably spend the most amount of time with the buyers that we work with. Figuring out how many beds, baths, what's important, wants, needs, all of that is honestly the easy part. But when we sit down, probably my first meeting with people, I spend a majority of the meeting at the start just talking to them about how long they're going to live in the house, thinking through, how many kids they might want to have someday. Or are the kids out of the house but in college and maybe going to return? Or maybe they're single and they're going to get married or become life partners and move in together. You have to think about not only today what is right for you, but what's right for you in the future. Because if this is a forever house, but you only buy a 2-bedroom house, but you go, well, we're probably going to have 3 kids, you need to either plan to have space that you can add on, remodel, finish more space, stuff like that. But you really have to think through, okay, what is this house going to do? Is it going to serve all of our needs for the time that we're going to be here? And if it's a 5 or 7 year house versus a forever home, the other thing we have to think about is the type of mortgage you're going to get. If it's a 5 or 7 year home, you don't really need to lock in a 30-year mortgage, because a 5 or 7 year mortgage or an ARM or adjustable rate mortgage will give you a lower interest rate than locking in for 30 years. Or maybe you think it's a 10 to 15 year home. Well, let's look at what if we do a 15-year mortgage so that it's completely paid off by the time that we sell the house, and then we have way more equity to put in on the next house. Or maybe if we're going to be here 15 years, we still do the 30, but we pay off a little more each month. There's so many things that you have to think through when you're going to buy a house. It's not just, okay, here's what I want in the house. Let's also think about, what do I want to be? Where do I want to be? What do I want to have in the future? Is this going to fit those needs? Because if I buy a house on the outskirts of town in a bad school district, but then we're going to have kids and I want them to be in this school district, now all of a sudden you think this is a forever home, but then you're like, oh, we're going to have to move within 4 or 5 years because our kids will be in school. So there's things you want to think about outside of just, is this the right house for us? But what about going forward into the future? This is a lot of stuff that people don't talk about or want to tell you about. It's just, let's find the house that fits your needs right now. But let's come up with a game plan to find homes that are going to match where you are today, but also match up with what you want to do in the future, especially if this is somewhere you're going to stay for a while. But then again, if it's not, let's make sure we're putting you in the right loans so that you can put the most amount of money in your pocket at the end of the day, so you have the most amount of equity when you go to buy your next home. So this is stuff you need to be thinking about. We need to hold our lenders and other realtors to a higher standard so that they're taking care of you. If you have questions or want to know more about the home buying process, check out knowbeforeyoubuy.realestate.com. You can always reach out to me, 608-576-0044, or email tj@sreehelp.com. Again, don't forget to check out knowbeforeyoubuy.realestate.com. Tons of useful information, free stuff to download, all that good stuff. And again, don't forget to raise your standard, and we'll talk to you soon.